me, you, and others. Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports, and entertainment. The stories that are most important to us are stories about me, you, and others. Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports, and entertainment. The stories that are most important to us are stories about me, you, and others. Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports, and entertainment. The stories that are most important to us are stories about me, you, and others. Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports, and entertainment. The stories that are most important to us are stories about me, you, and others. Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports, and entertainment. You're welcome back. Please, if you can hear my audio, can you just signify? I'd like a response from my guests. I'm going to add them to um, viewers from Europe, viewers from Nigeria, viewers all over the world. You're welcome to Goldfish with Valentine Gbenga. I have with me two wonderful gentlemen. Can you please mute your microphone before your call to talk? Can you please mute your microphone, please? Can you mute your microphone? Can you please mute your microphone, please? Can you please mute your microphone? Can you please mute your microphone? The stories that are most important to us are stories about me, you, and others. Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports, and entertainment. All right, you're welcome back. The program is Goldfish with Valentine Gbenga, and today's edition we will be talking about the Nigerian 2023 election. I have with me two wonderful Nigerians, people who are tested in politics and Nigerian polity. They have seen it all. I have with me a former CPS of in Kwara State, and I also have a major local government chieftain in Lagos in the person of Mr. Bayo Yekoya. He presently lives in the United States and is still very active in politics. Mr. Bayo Yekoya, can you please unmute yourself and good morning. How do you do today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Very fine too. And how are you going through with the Nigerian politics as it is going right now?
Great, 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 great.
Okay, also, I have with me in the studio Alhaji Wahab Oba. He is the former Chief Press Secretary to His Excellency, the former Governor of Kwara State, Alhaji Abdul Fattah Ahmed, MSc Communication Art from the University of Ibadan, PGD Journalism, also a member of Nigerian Institute of Journalism, former chairman Nigerian Union of Journalists, Lagos State Council, former Chief Press Secretary to the former Governor of Kwara State by the name Alhaji Wahab Oba. You are most welcome. Can you unmute yourself? You are still muted, please.
It's afternoon already.
Oh,
Can
good
you hear
afternoon.
me?
How are you? Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Very well. And how are you doing too?
We find well, we are cool. The election is on in Nigeria.
Okay. Having said the introductions, gentlemen, we are going to go very quickly into this program. Now, by the definition of free and fair, can you, Mr. Bayo Yekoya, I'm going to go with you first. Can you say that this year 2023 election, by the definition, by the semantic function of free and fair, can you say the elections have been free and fair?
Yes, I can say that. Even though we have some glitches here and there, but I can tell you, compared to what we've been having before, the presidential election was a very good one. And I think the one they are doing today also is going to be a very good one. There is a big improvement from what we've had in the past and what we are having now.
The aborted June 12 elections that brought in Abiola was seen in Nigeria as the freest and the fairest election that has ever been done in Nigeria. Comparing that to what we are having right now in year 2023, 20 years after, can you say that this election is better than the one that was conducted then?
Actually, no. The June 12 election still remains the best election in the history of Nigeria. I mean, the actors then, military government, they put everything in place, security wise and everything. And the people that participated then, I think, have the interest of Nigeria more at heart than the players we have today. But nevertheless, when we look at the elections we've had since Obasanjo, Jonathan, and all of them compared to this one, I can say this is better than what we had with those people leaving out June 12. Let's leave out June 12 now.
Okay,
Like I said,
let me just give you a break there. Coming back to the former Chief Press Secretary to Alhaji Abdul Fattah in the past regime in Kwara State, Alhaji Wahab Oba, I'm going to ask you the same question. What can you say about this election? Can we refer to it as free and fair?
Well, thank you once again for bringing me on. For me, if you are defining free and fair election in terms of physical restriction of people to vote, or in terms of freedom to vote, I may disagree with the last speaker a bit. Yes, not many people are allowed from voting. People are not prevented in terms of physical prevention for people from voting. But this election, more than any other election in Nigeria, have been hugely monetized. Monetized in the sense that people were openly giving money to buy their conscience. People who came to vote, maybe for one candidate or another, were even on queue in some instances, giving money to vote for a particular candidate. So in terms of buying the conscience of, and this is a people, this is a country where poverty is very
Oh, I think we've had
unemployment
problem.
is
Okay.
very high. The country grassroots finish their programs and take them 5, 6, 7, 8 years to get employment. This is the country where people work and you really get the result of what you do. So the country has been deliberately, impoverished so that at the time of election, token 30 naira, 10 naira remain a lot to them. So in terms of giving money to vote, I'm of the opinion that the election is not been, no free in terms of giving people the right atmosphere to decide on what they want to do. By the time of saying, don't vote here, physical decision, no, it has been very, 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 very in that regard. But told me that the Ife and Ebile retired. And
Okay, Alaji
I
Wahab.
just
Let me,
want
Alaji Wahab.
to
Alaji Wahab. Can you just quickly let me ask you this question? If you're saying or if you're making all these allegations, is it across board
you are not
or
clear.
are you looking particular? Are
You're
you?
not clear here.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you clearly any longer.
Okay, here's my question.
Can you
For
hear
all
me?
the yes, I can hear you very well. For all the allegations that you have made, are these allegations across board? Are you referring to a particular political party, or are you referring to all the political parties in general?
Yes, I'm referring to all the virtually all the political parties. They are heavily engaged in vote buying. So those who have the highest amount of money, get the people vote. So all the political parties, they are all, involved in vote buying. This is not good
Well,
for our
well,
democracy. It's not good for
for the,
progress.
for the purpose for the purpose of this discussion, I would like my viewers to know that Alhaji Wahab Oba is a PDP chieftain, and Mr. Bayo Yekoya is an APC chieftain. Both of them are representing. I'm also expecting the representative of the YPP, of the also the media aid of the SDP, to also join us in this discussion. Mr. Bayo Yekoya, do you agree with the former Chief Press Secretary to the governor on these allegations?
No, I disagree. I really disagree because when you talk of vote buying, we all know the cash was not there to buy votes on that day. I don't know where you voted, but I can tell you, you can actually talk of intimidation more than vote buying in some areas. We know in the southeast and some areas of Lagos there were intimidation. But when you talk of vote buying as in cash exchanging hands, that was tough because I didn't see any governor apart from the PDP candidate that was sharing dollars. Apart from him, and you can remember that one of our House of Representative member was arrested in Rivers with $500,000. That is the only major case we had about vote buying. But you saying cash was exchanging and with the CBN cash policy, I totally disagree. Maybe they have another way of doing it. But at the polling units, there were no vote buying. There were no open vote buying. Now, your question was how the election went. Your question was not the situation of the country. So don't let us mix it up. Don't let us stereotype our elections. There used to be
Well,
vote buying in the past.
Can,
Mr. Bayo.
can I come in?
Okay, please go ahead. I'll give you a minute to
Yeah.
quickly respond to
You
that.
see, when I say vote buying, based on the situation of the country, there may not be enough cash everywhere. But I can tell you that I have evidence of transfer of money in the name of a state government in my own case. and I'm ready for anybody to challenge me in court in any court. I have evidence where people transfer money in the name of government of my state, of Kwara State. So people, and I have evidence. I have the so you not be cash in some instances, but you transfer money to people, for purpose of buying their country. Don't tell them. Now, let me go tell you. In my own state of Kwara State, various unions of nations were giving hundreds of millions of naira transfer to them. Not purpose, not for one contract. 50 million, 100 million, NWW, 100 million, teacher education. This one, 30 million, that of 2 million. Open it. It is there. It is there. Where is fraud with us? That's what I'm talking
Okay.
about. Let them can't be
Okay.
available.
Alhaji
People are,
Wahab, Alhaji
yeah.
Wahab, let me just give you a breather. I will come back to that. Now, going back to the Nigerian election, because we are not just going to talk about vote buying. Let's quickly look at the pace of situations in Nigeria. The Peter Obi influence. Is Nigeria going through a tsunami exchange of political policy? Can we say that Nigeria is revolutionizing in politics, or this is just a wave of the moment? Mr. Bayo Yekoya, please.
Actually, in the situation of Obi, um, I can actually say, well, he actually did well. But let me tell you something. Obi's election, it's more of ethnic thing. I know in Lagos we have youth, I mean, trending youth or Gen Z that voted for him. But this is what I told people in Nigeria. Look at Ogun or your, okay, let me put it this way. When you talk about youth, people are quick to generalize. And I told them before the election, I said, stop generalizing when you mention youth. Because the youth in Lagos are doing this, that does not mean the youth in Ogun, Oyo, Ondo, Ekiti, Osun, or the 19 states in North will follow what you're doing in Lagos. And that was what we saw. The youth in Lagos can be like, okay, this is where we're going. But the youth in Ogun did not follow them. The youth in Osun did not follow them. The youth in Ondo did not follow them. But when you look at the southeast, it is not about tsunami or anything. It's about one ethnic group deciding and agreeing we are going to vote for our son.
Mr. Bayo Yekoya, Mr. Bayo
Yes,
Yekoya, if you are talking about ethnicity, this same Peter Obi won Lagos State, where he's
yes.
supposed to be Yoruba
And I
state.
will answer
He
that.
also won. He won in Plateau State. He won in Nasarawa. So
Thank
how
you,
does
thank you,
ethnicity come into
thank you.
this?
I will quickly answer that. In Lagos, we have over 7 million registered voters. Just 1.3 came out to vote. The Igbos in Lagos came out in totality. And don't forget one thing. Wait. Don't forget one thing about Lagos. PDP and APC in Lagos are always sharing the votes in Lagos, and the difference in votes between both are very small. Obi was able to take almost all PDP votes, and plus Igbo voters making up their mind that they are voting Obi.
Okay, I just
Then,
want you to complete
wait.
there.
I've not finished. Then we
Oh,
have
I
the
will come back to
Christian.
you. I
Wait,
will come
sorry.
back to you.
Just this last one. We have the Christian community factor too in Lagos State. But that could not happen in other states in the southwest. When you talk of Plateau is mostly Christian states. Just like Abuja, with a lot of Igbos too. So you should ask yourself, why didn't he do well in Northwest and all those areas?
Okay,
So
let me
that's my
quickly ask.
overview.
Okay, I think Alhaji Wahab, we start from where you stopped. So why didn't Obi win in Northeast or in some other state where he didn't win?
Well, my opinion on the Obi revolution, what I can see, and what I see from the result of the last election, is that the youths of Nigeria are beginning to take.
I think he's having a problem with his internet connection. Distinguished
They are
viewers, if you
ready
are
to
watching.
prepare. It's a, are you with me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you now. You're back.
Lagos is a cosmopolitan state. It is not fully, completely inhabited by young blood. It's a conglomeration of every ethnic nationality in Nigeria. For as long as the people of democracy, the APC, the area has been Lagos. Now, the youth of Nigeria are speaking through the Lagos youth, who are naturally, because of Lagos economy, are more exposed, more enlightened.
He's really struggling with the internet.
I actually disagree with him though.
Okay, 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 Mr. Bayo. I'm going
The
to quickly
means
take
they are oriented. They are thinking, their perception of the Nigerian community is quite different from the youth in Anambra, from the youth in Kano, from the youth in Abuja, who stay only within their environment and really interact with them. So I see Obi as a revolution. You see the exemplar revolution. You know, and everywhere in the world, where you start, when you start somewhere, what we know that Nigeria will be paid is not in Nigeria for dream. It's not in Nigeria where everybody will want to stay, where I want my children to stay. If I have my children go there, that's why Nigeria will have what we
Okay,
want.
okay.
The youth of
Alhaji
Nigeria
Wahab
a
Ala-
better
Alhaji,
than what we have now.
Alhaji Wahab, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to be looking at what happened to PDP, what happened to Atiku. Why is the tsunami of politics, why is it blowing more of Obi than Atiku right now? And we're going to be looking at the cross-carpeting nature of the Nigerian polity. Some years back, Kwankwaso was in PDP, Wike was in PDP, quite a number of them were all in PDP. What happened to PDP and why is the structure collapsing? If PDP had Kwankwaso and the rest of them that has moved, if they had all of them together in PDP, would there be a landslide win for this year 23 election? These are some of the questions that will be coming your way when we come back after this timeout. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back. The stories that are most important to us are stories about me, you, and others. Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports, and entertainment. Viewers at home, we are watching from United Kingdom. If you are watching from, please call us. Can you hold on for now? Call us. Can you hold on for now? Wherever you are watching from, the program is Goldfish with Valentine Gbenga, and this special edition we're talking about the Nigerian 2023 elections. And I have with me a chieftain of APC, Mr. Bayo Oyekoya, and I also have a PDP chieftain, Mr. Wahab, Alaji Wahab Oba, sorry. And we're still discussing Nigeria. So I want to pick it up from Alaji Wahab Oba. You are a former chief press secretary to your a former governor of Kwara State. And I want to ask you, you have been in PDP for a while. What happened to PDP in this present election? Why is there so much dilapidation in the structure of PDP? Alaji Wahab, can you hear me? I think you are muted. Okay, go ahead, please.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, now, can you come to the question again?
Yes, I was saying that, I said in this 2023 election, PDP was a major opposition before now. But why do we have so much dilapidation in the structure of PDP right now that is much like it's playing second fiddle to other political parties?
Well, I think it's a combination of so many factors. First and foremost, the man that is leaving the office of the presidency of this country is a Fulani Hausa man. After 8 years, it's only just clear and equitable to move the presidency to the southern part of this country. That's the major factor. As a result of this unfortunate situation, so many people, so many tendencies left the PDP, the PDP house, inclusive of Kwankwaso and Peter Obi. If you look back to history, the major block of PDP is southeast and south, including the north central. So this was lost. Apart from that, the PDP also, for whatever reason, let's go to them, refused to put their house in order. When you have five governors leaving the party, and you are unable to resolve this, naturally it is expected. For the same thing they faced in 2015, when part of them also left the party, and you are able to resolve. So the thing between itself, and again, the Asiwaju factor. Take it or leave it. Asiwaju is a political journalist. Is somebody who has established himself in every part of the country. So that also play. And again, fundamentally, the election was hugely manipulated. You ask me how? I'm not going to agree with that. The law says you transmit immediately after the counting. Deliberately, the presidential result was not transmitted. So that gives you
before we come to the electioneering processes. I'm talking about the structure now, and I want Mr. Bayo Oyekoya to also give us his own line of thought. Do you agree that if all those political principals, if they had not left PDP, do you think there would have been a major difference for the PDP structure?
Yes. That's a big yes. But please, before I answer that, let me quickly chip this in. Please. You see, in any election, or let me say, this presidential election is not about Lagos or cosmopolitan areas. It's about 36 states. You having youth in Lagos going this way in a general election is not really relevant. And that was why Asiwaju won. Asiwaju left Lagos to penetrate youth, because election is a process of numbers. not of one state, but of 36 states. So you having all the youths in Lagos does not mean youth in Ogun State likes the lifestyle of youth in Lagos. So they will not follow youth in Lagos because they don't admire them. Now let me now go to your question.
Okay.
You see, I think IU is a cause to PDP. I think the man came and destroyed that party. PDP is supposed to be the major opposition. From what I read about their process, they've also agreed to let the presidency go to the south before Atiku came from Dubai. Now, even if Obi did not win the ticket or something, or Kwankwanso, what stops you from talking to these people, stopping them from leaving the party? Especially Obi and Kwankwanso, leave the 5 governors out of it for now. Obi and Kwankwanso are major. So what are you doing as a party chairman? And you arrogantly allow these people to lead. So I think that's a big mistake on their part. I'm not going to talk about the 5 governors, but those 2 was a big mistake. Okay, that's how I say it.
One of the things that Wike, the governor, was saying was that why would they have the presidential candidate coming from the north and the chairman of the party also from the north? But does that make any difference? Because constitutionally, he's recognized as the chairman of the party. Do you think there was any moral right or any constitutional misbehavior in that path?
Well, for me, Obi's case is a different thing altogether. From my own perspective, is that the leadership of PDP has not managed Obi very well. If they had managed him, Wike would have still remained in the PDP. How do you manage him? There's a problem. You were supposed to have fielded a candidate from the south, either south or southeast. There's a problem. You didn't feed anybody from the south. Now you have a candidate, presidential candidate from the north, and the chairman of the party from the north. Justice demands that you go extra mile to address that major issue. Whatever you need to do, either to convoke an emergency convention of the party, whatever you want to do to resolve that.
But let me ask you this question of conscience. If you were Atiku, if you were Alhaji Abubakar Atiku, would you agree that your chairman be removed just because of some few protests? If you were the presidential candidate?
For political expediency, for justice and fairness, I will prevail on how you to step down. For expediency and justice, I will prevail. What was are you bringing to the table? That UK and 5 others are not bringing anything. That's political. Let me tell you, as if you went extra mile, in spite of everything against him, to pick a vice president from the north, and you had a Muslim Christian. He knew why he did that. He knew why he did that. So if I was him, I would have gone extra mile to have you to step down and succumb to pressure to have somebody from South to be the top of the party.
Okay, before I go to my next question, I want to quickly add this right up to what you have just said, and this is going to Mr. Bayo Ikoya. Now, this Muslim ticket, Southeast, Igbo issues that we have in Nigerian politics, do you think that is what Nigeria actually needs? Should we actually be giving that so much attention, or do you think we should ignore it? Does issue of ethnicity, do they have to come into politics or merit? I mean, can we have somebody, two Igbos as a presidential candidate and the vice president together? Or can we have somebody, both of them as Christians or both of them as Muslim? Why is there so much emphasis on Muslim, East, Southeast, Northeast? I mean, is there any relevance to what we are talking about here?
See, let me tell you, when you talk about Nigeria, you have to be realistic and objective. All those things you're saying matters a lot in Nigeria. You can decide to ignore it. You can decide to be like, oh, in 2023, we are more exposed. No, we are not more exposed. Religion, ethnicity, and all those things play a major role in everyday life of Nigerians. We are talking about 200 million population or over 200 million. Over 150 or something out of that population are not educated. My brother, face reality. All those factors matters a lot. I agree with my brother when he was saying Ayu would have stepped down. That is true. It is Nigeria. Things like that matters a lot. A lot. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to change in future, but right now it matters.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello.
Please go ahead.
Can I come in now?
Yes, please go ahead. 1 minute, please.
You see, the issue of ethnicity and religion and all of that are voted on Nigerians by the politicians. Ordinarily, they should have mattered, but the politicians make sure that they preference the people, so that all they think is about themselves. They make sure that people are not well educated, and all what they think here is whatever they tell them. In an enlightened environment, the environment that you give proper education, in the environment where you have access to education, access to health, access to amenities, not think of government. They will say what you have to offer. Politicians, they are wiser than home. They make sure that the company, when they come and tell you, this man is not for us, you not give yourself to them, you are hungry. In an environment where you are not hungry, food, 3 things, where you are educated, you don't have problems sending your children to school, you don't have problems facing your house rent, you don't have problems going to hospitals, they will not be able to manipulate you. So they make sure that it's unfortunate, but that's where we are.
Sorry, please. Can I quickly say something?
Please, because of our time, I want to quickly go to some high point of the program today now, because now we are going to focus on 2 states where both of you are politically tested. And I want to first of all start with Lagos. Mr. Bayo Yekoya, there's a lot of confusion right now in Lagos, and stories are beginning to unfold. The Gbadebo, Sanwo-Olu, and Jandor issues. Now, just like Obi came as a tsunami, Gbadebo is also rocking Lagos now. What is going on in Lagos? Very quickly before we go for this short break, Mr. Bayo Yekoya.
To me, Obi is different from Gbadebo. Obi's issue is not even about labor. It's about an individual that was able to move people in Lagos. That is not Gbadebo. You understand? So to me, I think the Gbadebo issue is highly overrated. And we will see the result when it comes out. Obi election, even all the Igbos in APC voted Obi. So this is a different game. So I won't compare me. I don't see him. To me, I'm not paying him attention.
Okay.
For real. I don't think he's going to put
Well, I'm
to
going to
put.
give you I'm going to give you a run for your thoughts when I come back, and I'm sure Alhaji Wahab Oba will also have something to say about Lagos. Who is going to take over Lagos? Will APC continue in power? Is PDP going to give them a run for what they have been doing, or is Gbadebo going to be the new name on the block? Please, all this will come up when we come back. Please stay tuned. The stories that are most important to us are stories about me, you, and others. Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports, and entertainment.
Uh, Valentine, see you later.
Buddy, sorry for that break in intermission. We had to just quickly take a break. Welcome. If you're just joining the program is Goldfish with Valentine Gbenga saying it. And I have with me two major political chieftains representing APC and PDP. I have Mr. Bayo Yekoya representing the APC and Alhaji Wahab Oba, the former chief press secretary to Governor Fatai in Kwara State. All right, coming back to you guys. Who is going to take Lagos? Do we expect what happened in the presidential election? Do we expect that to also happen right here? I mean, in Lagos today. Do we expect that someone who is going to win, or is there going to be a change in batting, or are we saying Gbadebo taking off the floor?
Hello?
Please.
Well, I think so. I think Sanwo-Olu is still going to win the election. Simple.
Alhaji Waboba, what do you think?
Hello?
Hello, please go ahead.
What's the question, please? I was home.
Okay, I was saying that do we still in Lagos now? Elections are still. I mean, we're still in the process of voting and counting votes. Are we expecting Sanwo-Olu to still be in power, or are we expecting a new person? If we are expecting anybody, are we expecting Jando, or are we expecting Gbadebo to take over the reins of power at the government house in Lagos State?
Well, first and foremost, let me say this. The OB issue is not an individual issue. It's not a personal issue. It's about idea. It's about a philosophy. It's about Nigeria. Obi, I'll be able to pass that message. That so many things are wrong with this country. And either he has the solution to that or not, it's a big burden. But I'll be able to galvanize some of these issues, and these issues are resonate with with the youth. And that's why you have the results that you have. Now, on the issue of Sanwo-Olu or not, Sanwo-Olu has done a lot in Lagos. He has moved Lagos ahead of where he made it from Ambode. But the issue of this election is far beyond Sanwo-Olu. It's about domination by by some cliques who feel are becoming the serious threat to the peace of Lagos. It's about the peace of Lagos. It's about unity in Lagos. For instance, from what I investigated, they said, every day, crowds are taking over Lagos. People, they will go to your shop, they go on road. So these are the issues, and it's about the exact matter to achieve. So, someone when is not here or there, I will not take my any of them for now.
Okay, now here is it. Right now, everybody knows that Nigeria has been plunged into deep poverty. The poverty line in Nigeria is something that has never been seen. The Buhari regime has been alleged to be one of the worst regimes that we've had in the country. Now, is this part of what he's telling on APC and also subsequently telling on Lagos? Mr. Bayo Yekoya, please.
Actually, to me, it depends on how you look at Buhari regime. To me, I don't make such judgment because for every problem there is a foundation. This Buhari regime you're talking about has done a lot. You understand what I'm saying? Buhari regime has done a lot. Even though it failed,
on the street of Lagos, on the street of
wait. Whatever is happening to poor men or whoever in Lagos, stop using Lagos. Let's talk about Nigeria.
I just mentioned Ilorin too.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Can you say that a bag of rice that sells for like about 35,000 naira?
I know. But if you continue, if you refuse, let me tell you the issue. If you refuse to look at, you live in America. Let me tell you, if there is an issue in America, they don't look at it at the surface. They try to look at what led to whatever they are facing right now. What we are facing in Nigeria is a situation that has a foundation, a solid foundation.
But that needs foundation that cannot be corrected or even nothing that we take
that see it's a solid foundation that will take years to be corrected. Let's start from corruption. Do you know how bad corruption has entered our body in Nigeria? Do you think the kind of corruption we have in Nigeria can go in 10 years? I'm not even talking about government right now. I'm talking about the whole country. I'm not saying Buhari is good. But I'm saying what we are going through in Nigeria is a problem that was built for years.
Okay,
that is now coming out.
When you were one of the major players in Lagos State, in the local government politics, can you look at the economy that we had then? Can we say progressively things have gotten better?
Okay, now thank you for that question. Thank you for that question. I was in local government during Jonathan time. When we entered local government, the allocation we shared was like 600 billion naira every month, state, local, and federal. 2 years to Jonathan leaving, that allocation went down to 300 billion due to corruption. That was when most states could not pay their salary. See, when I say our problem has foundation, I know what I'm saying. We didn't just get to where we are now. You understand? I'm not holding brief for Buhari.
Okay,
I'm not holding brief for Buhari.
The next 15 minutes is going to be a little bit hot, and I'm going to be challenging both of you for what you know. Now I'm taking it back to Lagos now. I'm taking it back to Kwara now. Alhaji Wahab Oba, your party was in government for like about 16 years in Kwara State, PDP. But now it looks like there is a total takeover. It looks like PDP have not done anything in Kwara State because the way Abdurrahman Abdurazak is going about it is like he wants to shut out PDP completely. Particularly, there has been pointers towards the Saraki dynasty. What do you make of this?
Well, before I come to that, I'll come to that. But before I come to that, the issue of Buhari, corruption, and all of that, I'm pained, and it saddens me when everybody, when we try to review what happened in the last 8 years. Some of us voted for Buhari because we believe in his capacity to rid Nigeria of corruption. But more than any other government, the Buhari regime has been the most corrupt regime in this nation. I'll give you an instance. There was a case where a chairman of the APC came out and said that if you are corrupt, if you steal money, and you want to be safe, you want to be secured, come to APC. That don't put in Nigeria. How can you have the effort?
But I want to also remind you that when one of your principal players, I'm talking about General Olusegun Obasanjo retired when he was the president of this country, he wrote in his book, and even said severally, that his vice president is the most corrupt politician that Nigeria has ever produced. This same government, your government, PDP, was the one that sold virtually 20% of Nigerian assets. Some of them that were worth over 600 billion was practically sold for like about meager amount. So what do you make of that? Can that be the foundation that Mr. Bayo Yekoya was talking about?
You see, what pains me and what saddens me is that every Nigerian had hope in Buhari, as the person that will come and rescue us. We know things were not going well. We know things were bad. And I want to say, look, this is the man. Do it. Now, if you don't the man, okay, and under your nose, the whole thing was destroyed. Somebody can come out and tell us that
Okay, I want you to go back to my question now. I don't want us to digress too much. I want you to go back to my question. What is happening in your state right now? Because there's a total takeover. This is not just about APC coming to power, but it's like PDP is becoming irrelevant in Kwara State, and the political dynasty of the Saraki hegemony is practically going to extinction. What do you make of that?
Well, you see, it's natural across the world that no dynasty or brand survives forever. At every point in time, there must be opportunity for a review and a branding of the brand itself. So what the Nigerian is going through, what Kwara State is going through, is a rebranding. I see.
Yeah, while we're waiting for him, Mr. Bayo Yekoya, I'm sure you are familiar with Kwara State terrain. Saraki's family has been in charge of Kwara State, so speaking.
Now we have had 4 years of our month. More development, for the kind of money like in 4 years, more than 500 billion naira accrued to our month in 4 years. We had never commissioned any project in 4 years. The so-called 16 years that we're talking about, it was that 16 years that came back to Kwasu, to that same 4 years that came back to many other people in Kwasu. It was that same 16 years that came back for so many to alive road in Kwasu. The same 16 years that came back to the airport. The same 16 years came back to the in 4 years, people are going to propose to one single project. So what we are going to is a redefinition of politics in Kwara State. And thank God we are redefining.
I think I like to
That's why you have to and the standard bearer for PDP in Kwara State is not somebody from the Saraki dynasty. It's somebody from the Otoga group that is coming. That shows that there's a gradual rebranding of the system and it will resolve to the new result. We have
But I want to ask you, Alhaji Wababa, I am from Kwara State, and I've been in the political limelight for a while. And I can say that I know some things, not just knowing them, I have facts and figures. But I don't want to be sentimental about this because this is a live show and I need to be very fair on this program. But are you saying that if PDP and if the Bukola administration and the people that succeeded his administration, if they had done well, do you think Otoge would have survived the test of time?
You see, if
really PDP did anything, 16 years, are we going to equate what they did in 16 years with what somebody like Mr. Bayo Yekoya was saying that Nigeria has been plundered into deep hole, and so it's going to take some time for it to rejuvenate and come back. So is that not the same thing that is happening in Kwara State?
My brother, what I'm telling you is that you let Kwara State, the last 4 or 5 years before the solution of this administration. And I'm telling you, as somebody who has been in Kwara State, who has been in I'm telling you for a fact that he's not collected more than 500 billion. He has no say up to now, no single project to show for it. Then few weeks, few months, just before not get to election, start giving administrations billions of naira. What for? What have they done? These are never done in the country. And in the state, they have never through legislation gave anybody this kind of amount of money to start or do the election.
Okay.
So that
I want to.
if he has performed, go ahead to start sharing money. People who are hungry, students that you give 5,000 naira scholarship, you now start giving 2,000 to vote for you. Does that make sense? You take loan.
Okay.
You take loan of 7.9 billion, and then you just say you spend 10 billion, and you are keeping the remaining 7.9 billion in the bank for 1 year. Does that make sense?
Okay. Can you just take a break? Can you just take a breath? Well, I don't want to defend APC because the chief press secretary to the president governor is supposed to be on this program. That is Rafiu Ajakai. But maybe subsequently on this program, we're going to bring him, and then you are going to make this allegation, and I'm going to make him answer them if they are right or not. But let me go back to Lagos State now. Mr. Bayo Yekoya, APC in Kwara, APC in Lagos. It seems to be like they are kind of they are synonymous. But the thing is, right now there's still continuity in Lagos. Can you say that Sanwo-Olu, APC, they have not enough in Lagos? Looking at the revenue generation that they are making, is it commensurate with the kind of infrastructure and project that they are doing? Can you say Sanwo-Olu has performed?
Yes, and he has performed very well. And I will tell you one thing. 3 days ago, I was in Ikeja, and I saw the rail terminal that they are building. I was so shocked and impressed. That was Ikeja along the road going to like Egbeda Yanopaja. When you talk about their revenue, also have it in mind that most of the project they are doing in Lagos is through loans. And there is nobody that will give you loan if there is no capacity of paying back. Also look at the staff strength of Lagos. Because when people talk of Lagos, they talk only of the money they see. They don't talk of what they are spending every month. There is no state in Nigeria.
But governance is about inflows and outflows. So we are not going to give them credit for doing what they are supposed
to do. Okay, I will agree. You might be. Why I will tell you to give. Why are we?
Why are we? My question is: has Sanwo-Olu performed enough to earn a return ticket back to the State House?
Yes, 100%. Because I will put something. I'll put something to you. Wike said something for months back that Buhari gave them the 13% derivation from oil. Nobody is asking all those 6 governors what they did with over 100 billion naira each. See, Sanwo-Olu is working. Lagos is working. People can sit here and be like, Lagos this, Lagos that. But when you go to Lagos and drive around with the kind of population they have and the kind of projects they are executing in Lagos, you will know they are really doing something. They are really, really doing something. He has tried. He has done well.
Okay, if you say he has done well, let us compare notes of the Tinubu regime, Fashola regime, and what's the name of this other governor? Ambode. Can you compare Sanwo-Olu's performance? Because a lot of people are saying that his performance is below average. So can you say that he has done well compared to all these other his predecessors?
When you talk about that, I don't really know how I will measure them, but I know one thing for sure. They all came and did well. I will give you an example. Some people will ask me about Tinubu. I used to live in Egbeda. I can tell you all the roads in Egbeda, Yanopaja, and everything were done by Tinubu. They all have their own. I don't know if Sanwo-Olu is better than Ambode or Ambode is better than Fashola. But I know Lagos is a situation of continuity.
I'm not even talking about politics now. Let's just look at the physical project that we have.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Can you really say compared to the space at which Ambode moved? Let us look at the Ekpe axis. Let us look at cutting across the whole of Lagos. Really and ideally, with project and infrastructure, can you say that Sanwo-Olu has done up to par? Can he parallel with in terms of performance with his predecessors?
With Ambode, I don't think so. I don't think so.
So why do you think he deserves? Why do you think he deserves a return ticket?
Asking me if he deserves a return ticket is different from you comparing him to Ambode. Now I'll give you an example. Projects are different. That railway project alone is a loss. I can't compare them. But you now saying does Sanwo-Olu deserve second term? I will compare him to other governors in Nigeria. And I will tell you it's far better than most of them.
No, but you know now where I mean they are operating on different clients.
Even better than OP. 90% when OP was governor of Anambra State, and they want to be president. Sanwo-Olu is far better than him. When you compare OP as a governor of Anambra State for 8 years and Sanwo-Olu as governor of Lagos State for 4 years, Sanwo-Olu is far better.
They don't generate the same amount of money. When we're
excuse me.
We cannot compare. No.
Wait, okay, let me ask. Okay, thank you. Check what Obiano generated and check what OP generated. Stop giving excuses for something that is wrong. Sanwo-Olu can stand up today and show projects. Can OP that all of you want to be president show projects like Sanwo-Olu in 4 years? Ambode might have done better than him. That's cool. Maybe Fashola was better. That's okay. Maybe Tinubu was better. That's also good. But at the same time, he has done his part. That he can point to projects that this is what I've done. Are you talking about the 30 projects?
I'm going to let you just take a sip of drink. When I come back, it's so unfortunate that the PDP chieftain is. I'm expecting him to join us back so that I can ask him some questions about APC and particularly about the state. But when we come back, I will be really dealing into what is going on in Lagos economy and Lagos politics. Please stay tuned. Viewers, it's still Goldfish with Valentine Gbenga. Don't change the dial. The stories that are most important to us are stories about me, you, and others. Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports and entertainment.
All right, viewers, you're welcome back. The program is Goldfish with Valentine Gbenga. And the Goldfish I have in the house right with me now is Mr. Bayo Yekoya, a former Lagos State local government chieftain and a strong pillar of APC in Lagos State. You're welcome back, Mr. Bayo Yekoya.
Yeah, Mr. Valentine.
Yeah, now we are going, I will quickly just take you a little bit back to Lagos and then we come back to Nigeria before we round up the program for today. Now, Lagos State is seen as the nerve center of Nigeria economy, even if the administrative power is in Abuja. Now, do we see what happened in the presidential election? Do we see a resurgence of the same? Because right now, this seems to be like a protest. It looks like it's a revolution against a particular brand. This is not just about Obi. Maybe it's a little bit more than that. But do we see, especially Gbadebo, do we see the Gbadebo factor coming up? Is this a revolution? Is this a rebellion against the Tinubu dynasty?
Well, I'll still continue to say, Obi, I can't compare any of these guys, revolution or not, to Obi. Obi is just too different. Obi's issue. See, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever asked yourself, how can an individual win 97% of votes in Southeast? See, you can't come Obi, Gbadebo. Wait. Obi, Gbadebo are two different things, my brother. Then this, you see, there's a lot about this Nigerian politics. This Obi issue too is also a different thing from youth wanting Obi and Igbo people wanting Obi. The way you are mixing these things up, I mean, the way you are mixing it up does not work. Because look at the vote in Southeast. Everything for Obi, that shows ethnicity. Simple.
It could be a revolution.
It's not a revolution. If it's a revolution, it will sweep the whole Southwest, Northwest, North Central. It's no revolution.
Tsunami takes its own course. It doesn't have to sweep the entire world landscape.
So now, and that is my problem with you. We are talking of a general election. Everybody is talking about Lagos. Is it Lagos that has the highest vote in Nigeria? Why are you so particular about Lagos?
My question now is because you represent Lagos. If I have the former chief press secretary, if I still have him live, I'm also going to continue to talk to him about Kwara State because that's his domain. So right now, the question is just targeted at you because you represent Lagos here. And I want you to give me reasons why APC should contest. I'm saying, and rather I'm asking, that do you think or don't you think this is a revolution against the dominance of Tinubu Asiwaju? I mean, whether irrespective of what he has done, or don't you think this is like a rebellion? It's like a revolution against him.
Who are those rebelling? 1.3, 500,000 out of 700,000, 500,000 or 600,000 out of 7 million registered voters. You are calling that a rebellion against him? 500,000 or 600,000 votes out of 7 million registered voters.
Well, those are the dynamics of INEC. I mean, we didn't make up the stories. But why didn't he take the larger number? If as a president, if you claim to be like you are the landlord of your state, you should be able to deliver your state. I think that.
Well, if you don't deliver, well, Obasanjo never delivered Ogun State. That's no big deal.
What they compare is
okay, that's no big deal.
Okay, let me quickly take you now back to Nigeria. Beavers. There is a lot that has been said about the performance of assets that are used for this 2023 election.
Mm.
Can you say INEC has done fair enough to say that this election is credible?
Yes, and it depends on how you're looking at it. Let's take on beavers. What is the job of beavers? Let me tell you, in the past, 100 people will vote in a polling unit, and when they declare results, they can declare 10,000 people, and nothing will happen. People were snatching ballot boxes, putting votes in ballot boxes, and INEC were counting them in the past. But now, with the beavers, they cannot count your votes if you don't get accredited by the beavers. If in a polling unit, beavers accredited 1,000 people, the vote cannot be more than 1,000 in that polling unit. It's not possible. If it's 1,001, the result of that polling unit will be cancelled. So beavers has done a lot and has improved our election big time.
Now, I'm sure you followed those reports where it was reported that some of the results collated was not what was transmitted on the beavers. And then this issue of wiping out and reconfiguring the beavers, do you think that is fair for this electioneering process?
Let me tell you, don't follow social media. There is a process in election coalition. When we finish from a polling unit, they will tell us the results. Our agent will check it. Your agent will check it. We will both sign. We will transmit the result to our situation room. Every political parties have the results from the polling unit. Also have it in mind, if you go to Supreme Court, they are not going to check the result INEC transmitted on their server. They are going to check the result we signed at the polling unit. Now, simple.
But the one you sign can also be manipulated because that is
no. Because the one you sign.
We have seen alterations on some of those documents.
See, that is it. If they alter anything, the original result is with the political parties. Simple. We have original results, you have original results, we all have everything in our situation room.
But Mr. Bayo Yokoya, original documents have been altered and some of them can still be altered. These are signed by people and we have seen situations where we have had compromises that you know. But I'm saying that are these facts enough, if they are provided in a court of law, do you think they are enough to cause for a cancellation or a
Okay, now, it's not. When you come and we check a result by INEC and we discover it was altered, the first thing we're going to do is to go to the result sent to us by our agents, from the situation room. We compare the results. We have pictures. All those agents you see, they don't just sign. When they sign, they take pictures of that paper and send it to the situation room. So if you go back,
situations where ballot boxes and results have been stolen from these centers, what do you do about that?
Now, if you steal ballot boxes, they have rank officer. Are they not going to make reports? Our agent will make report that in this polling unit, we didn't count any votes because ballot box was stolen. It's simple. People are just making things out of what is not. If you steal ballot box or ballot boxes from my polling unit, and we did not count any votes, I will make report to my situation room as APC agent, and that will be down. PDP agent there will also make that report to PDP situation room that they did not count any election, like what happened in Imo. You saw the situation of Imo where a whole local government, they didn't do any election and the result was released. It is simple.
Because of our time, let me go to your principal, the president-elect of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. At least for now, until when May comes and then is confirmed, I think we still have a lot of questions to ask. Now, let's look at Tinubu, his personality. We know that he has been there, he's been politically relevant, he has done well in economy and all that. But we are looking at all the questions that have been asked about his health, about his mental state and all that. Do you see this as a challenge to the office of the president?
No, and I know you've been following him. Let me ask you a question, sir. Since the day he was elected, you've been watching him up and down. Did you see anything wrong with him?
Well,
did you see his hand shaking?
That's the question I should ask you because I want to be fair on this.
You see, most of the things you see on social media are doctored, just to discredit him. There is nothing wrong with that man at all, and it's going to work for Nigeria. It's going to build a solid team, and within 2 years, you're going to be surprised where this man is going to take Nigeria to. He has the capacity more than all of them. He has the record more than all of them. In a good country.
When you talk about record, being a governor for 8 years, is that enough to cause as the record you're talking about?
Thank you. Let me ask you a question.
There's a lot of allegation against him that he has pocketed the economy of Lagos.
Like what?
I mean, I'm just saying I don't want to mention any particular, but I'm talking about the allegations that we have heard. People are saying that actually the economy of Lagos State is in his pocket, using alpha beta and all that. I mean, how true is that?
Rumors.
Because you are the one talking
rumors.
about.
Now let me answer that alpha beta issue. Okay, let's assume he owns alpha beta. This is a man that is using alpha beta to generate like 70 billion naira for Lagos State. Are you comparing him to a man that took his state money and invested it in his own family business and the money is next to nothing? So who is who here? Alpha Beta was after he left Lagos. After he left Lagos as a governor. But look at what Alpha Beta is doing for Lagos.
The question is, does he have to be him? It's just like this.
Why can't it be him? Excuse me. Look. He's an accountant. So are you saying because he was a governor, he should not work again in his life? Why can't it be him?
But why should it be only him? That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean by only him?
Adekola, when he
he started it, yes.
Yeah, he started it, and we know. So if it was him, and then he became Alpha Beta came into the picture. Why can't it be somebody else again after some years?
Because they are doing a good job. Why should it be somebody else when he's doing a good job?
Nigeria has a population of over 200 million people. So just like we are saying that, why does he have to be one president? Why does he have to be the same family?
Let me ask you.
Why does he have to be Tinubu alone?
Did you know, can you let us know if you know anybody that submitted their proposal to take over from Alpha Beta and Lagos State government said no? It's not a gift. You come and you let us know Alpha Beta is giving you 70 billion. We are going to be giving you 90 billion. Then let's hear the report that after you said you're going to give Lagos 90 billion, Lagos said no.
Okay, let us address that. In our closing remarks, I want us to quickly look at Nigeria in the future, in the foreseeable future. Where do you see Nigeria? Nigeria at the time, in the early 70s, our currency was so strong that 75 kobo was an equivalent to $1. But right now, $1 is an equivalent of almost about 800 naira. Where do you see the Nigerian economy? Where do you see the Nigerian polity? A lot of people believe that Nigeria should be rubbing shoulders with people like United States, United Kingdom, and all the big giants of this world. But right now, Nigeria is not just in a third world country, but people are looking at it as one of the countries that has the lowest income earning indices. So where do you see Nigeria in the foreseeable future, especially in this new dispensation?
My brother, I can only hope. I said something the other time. I'm not trying to hold brief for Buhari. If you go to Nigeria very well, our problem is deep. And that was why I said it has a foundation. It's not about government alone. Even individuals. There is a lot of things that are wrong in that country. Like, I can only hope for better Nigeria. I don't know if it's going to come. Leave government out of it. Individually, people are bad. Things are wrong.
So if you were given the opportunity to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, what will you do differently?
Ah, I have to look for a draconian law that will put people in jail and do wicked things. Because the way Nigeria is, you have to change our mindset and everything. Our mindset, let me give you an example. Go to Lagos Island today, or that Lagos they call Cosmopolitan. Most of those youths there, they don't want to work. Give a youth in Lagos 5 million naira. Give a youth in your town in Kwara 5 million naira. The youth in Lagos wants to go to club, do also all sort of rubbish things. That 5 million naira you gave to the youth in your town, he will invest in his business. He will build a bungalow. He will start building a bungalow. He will invest in his family. He will turn the money over. So the situation in Nigeria is it's deeper than. See, let me just put it this way. I'm not expecting anything. I'm just hoping for the best. Tinubu or anybody, I'm not hoping for anything. I mean, I'm not expecting anything. I'm just hoping for the best. That's all I can say. Our situation is really, really bad.
Okay, as we wind down, I'm going to be asking specific questions and I want you to be very brief and please just go straight to your answer. Do you see Atiku as ever becoming the president of Nigeria?
Atiku Abubakar?
Yes.
Never.
Okay. Do you see Tinubu, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, do you see him completing his 4-year first term?
Yes. Including second term.
Okay. What is the fate of Peter Obi in this election? Do you see him going to the court and maybe via litigation having like an overturn of the result?
He's not going to overturn anything. We will see Obi in the next 4 years for who he really is.
So do you see him coming back stronger and becoming the president of
He's not going to be anything stronger. It's going to be worse. Let me tell you why. This election we just had. Look at Southwest. We voted Obi, voted Atiku, and voted Tinubu. Look at the North. They voted Obi, voted Atiku, and voted Tinubu. Look at the East. They only voted Obi. It's going to play out in the next election. Take it from me. It will play out.
Well, this just came to my mind. Despite all the unrest in the Southeast, the IPOB and all that, Obi still won convincingly. We didn't see any of those pressures making out anything in the Southeast. What do you think is wrong there?
Thank you.
Anything that we need to look at?
That's why I said this election is about ethnicity. What happened in Southeast was Igbos wanting Igbo man to be president. Let me ask you, go and check the results.
But is anything wrong with that? Is anything wrong with that?
Okay, if you are saying there is nothing wrong with that, then people should not see anything wrong in me saying I want Tinubu to be president. Because before the election, if you say you are supporting Tinubu, disobedience will go on Facebook and insult you and let you know you are supporting Tinubu because you are Yoruba. But they are not saying they are supporting Obi because they are Igbo. They started it.
Okay, now very quickly, I'm going back to Lagos now. And this time around, I'm looking at the gubernatorial assistants, the deputy governors that are contesting. Do you think any of them is going to be a major influence in this election process, in their principals getting victories at the polls?
Yeah, actually, I listened to.
Go ahead, please.
Actually, I listened to one of Jando's interview where he said he picked Funke Akindele because he felt or thought most of the people in the entertainment industry were going to support. Then I asked a question. Who told you actors, actresses, and all that are going to determine who people are going to vote for? Who is the person that told you they have a great influence on people when it comes to voting? You know, I don't even know how these politicians think. You are in PDP. You came from APC, you went to PDP. You bought the ticket. You did not allow the party to pick a deputy that has been working for the party for a long time. Then you went to pick someone that has never been in PDP before to come and be your deputy. Let me ask you, if you're a PDP member and be sincere, are you going to support such tickets? A party that you've been suffering with for over 16 years?
Okay, we're going to take the last break. When I come back, we're going to throw the last few questions, and then I'll tell you what my own take about that is. Please don't go back. We're about to wind up. Okay. The program is still Goldfish with Valentine Gbenga.
The stories that are most important to us are stories about me, you, and others. Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports, and entertainment.
You're welcome back. The program is Goldfish with Valentine Gbenga. Yes, we're rounding up. Viewers, quickly, let me quickly tell you that next edition is going to be with one of the major players in SDP, who was just one of the aspirants, a candidate under the platform SDP for senatorial ticket in Kwara State. He will be joining us live on this station, on this same stream app, on this medium next week, which is going to be the 25th of March. So please stay tuned. His name is Professor Wale Suleiman. He will be featuring on this program next weekend. So please join us, and please kindly share this program so that others will also be able to be a part of it. I want to say thank you so much to Mr. Bayo Yekoya for being with us for like over 1.5 hours. So as we are rounding up, we're still talking about Nigeria and the major stakeholders. A lot of people say that the Nigerian factor is decided or is as a result of the influence of some of the past leaders and some power brokers. The relevance of people like General Olusegun Obasanjo retired, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, Abdul Salam. Do you think at any level there have been of any influence in this 2023 election?
For Babangida, it was quiet. He didn't really say much. Maybe he was working underground, I don't know. But it was sort of quiet. But for Obasanjo, I think that man is overrated because maybe I don't even know, because in Ogun State, I'm from Ogun State. Obasanjo didn't even win his polling unit. Do you know where his polling unit is? In front of his father's house.
Yes, and this is about the third time that the election has been conducted and he has lost, right? And that's continued to baffle me.
Yeah, because they don't like him. They don't listen to him. They don't want anything. If they don't see, I don't even know I don't know why people always call his name and things when he says something, yeah, that something is going to happen. In Ogun State, we don't see him like that. In Southwest, they don't see him like that. So I think it's overhyped.
So this is not, my question is not just only about Batonjo. The external factors
Like,
that we have always known, do you see any of them being an influence in this election? Or the
to
power
me, maybe Abdusalam, Jonathan, Babangida, maybe they were doing something quietly. I don't know. They've been very good statesmen compared to Obasanjo. So Obasanjo came out openly to say, I support this person or I'm supporting this person. Cool. But in Southwest, apart from Lagos, we did not buy that. Even though it's a Yoruba man, he couldn't win Ogun for Labour, he couldn't win Oyo for Labour, he couldn't win Osun for Labour, he couldn't win Ekiti for Labour, he couldn't win Ondo for Labour. So I don't know where its influence is.
Okay, second to my last question. The National House of Assembly, the Senate, and the House of Rep. Who do you think is going to be in charge? Who is going to be the controlling influence, the controlling power in this dispensation?
I don't know, but I think they should give it to South. The Southeast, they didn't work. I mean, they didn't deliver. So why should they get it? So I think they should give it to South. Simple.
And who do you think will be the dominant force in the House?
I don't.
APC?
That is a tough one. I don't know yet. It's going to be a tough one. You know, that position is very serious. So the president is going to be part of it. They are going to debate it before they conclude. So it's going to be tough.
Okay, so have you been following? Have you been monitoring the elections for today?
Yeah, yeah. We are on it. We are looking at it from different areas. We are waiting for, like, I was going to show you something that when you get results from polling unit, you take pictures and things like that. On my phone now, they are sending pictures from polling units signed by all agents. So even if you are going to change it in future, we have the original copy here.
So who is currently, from the result that we are seeing now, who is winning in Lagos?
I've not seen anything yet.
Okay,
just wait. Give them 2 more hours. 2 more hours, you will see the results. 2 more hours.
I don't have that privilege of announcing who has won, but maybe you.
We are not supposed to. It's against the law.
Okay, ahead of INEC. All right.
Yeah.
Let me just give you like 1 minute to just say anything to our teaming audience about Nigeria and what they are expected to do.
I think, like I said, we should just be hopeful. And I want to tell people listening or watching, like, this election was not rigged. There were glitches or some little things, but the election was a very good election. And we should all pray. Now, Tinubu is our president. If you are PDP, APC, Labour, he's going to be your president.
President-elect.
President-elect, okay. Now, by May 29, he's going to be your president. So we should all pray that he works well, do the right thing, and move Nigeria forward. Because in that country, people are suffering. Things are really bad. And like I said, I'm not holding brief for Buhari. I'm just saying they've laid foundation for destruction in that country. So we really need to work. We really need to pray, and we really need to be together. Things are really, really bad. So let's be hopeful and be prayerful. God will answer our prayer. Things will change by God's grace.
All right, thank you. If you have been there for like over 1.5 hours, we say thank you so much. And if you are just joining, you have missed a lot. Trust me, I've had 2 big political giants in the studio with me. I had the former chief press secretary to the former governor of Kwara State, Alhaji Abdul Fattah Ahmed, in the person of Alhaji Wahab Issa. He had to exit. I think it's part of the election situation that we are having in Kwara State. He's a PDP chieftain. And also I still have with me an APC chieftain in Lagos State who has been there and tested and trusted, Mr. Bayo Yekoya. And we have been rubbing minds on the 2023 elections. Well, if you have missed this edition, please don't miss the next edition where we'll still be talking about politics as it is, because as by next weekend, elections will have been, results will have been released, and then we'll know where we go. So we will be looking back into what happened, why it happened, and where we're going. And I will be having in the studio with me another political chieftain of SDP, although there's a lot of cross-carpeting now. One of the questions we'll be talking about is going to be the issue of cross-carpeting. Do we have a one-party system in Nigeria? Because today you are in APC, tomorrow you are in PDP. That has been the situation. And don't forget, there is no permanent friend, no permanent enemy in politics, especially in Nigeria. One of the questions we'll also be asking is that, do we really have political philosophies and policies in Nigeria? Those are some of the questions that I will be asking Professor Wale Suleiman next weekend. Please don't miss it for anything. Thank you so much for being a part of us, Mr. Bayo Ikoya. We also appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. We hope to call you back again. Viewers, the program has been Goldfish with Valentine Gbenga. If it is important, then it is golden. If it is you, then you are a goldfish. See you again next week, and have a very wonderful week ahead.
The stories that are most important to us are stories about me, you, and others.
Such stories are about politics, economy, landmark achievements, institutions, sports, and entertainment.